Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, everybody, it was fun chatting before the stream. I'm like not usually ready that soon. Today, um, there's free line art available for the project that I'm doing today. So if you don't have it and you want it, it is over on Patreon. For those of you who don't know, you can follow anyone who's on Patreon for free. You do not have to pay. If you follow me on Patreon, you'll know when I have more projects like this and put out, free line art or other free things that everybody can take advantage of. So if you go over to Patreon, and I know I sent the link to Tara, I don't think I sent it to Joseph, but I did put it in the beginning of the chat. You can go over there and grab it. Today we're using a medium that, a supply. I think more supply versus a medium. But a supply that you haven't seen me use. I think I might have used it something similar, like around a holiday time, a long time ago, with stuff I got from an art box. But I just posted my recap of Inktober, and during Inktober, I used these supplies, and I was surprised how much I really like them. So surprised that I ordered a larger set. So I'm going to share that with you. And we're going to use those today to complete this project. And I can't wait to show you guys how fun and easy these are. So I wanted something that would be very simple. Excuse me. For me to take out of the studio. Because, sorry, when I was working on catching up on my Inktober, I just wanted to sit in my chair downstairs and relax and sketch and then put color to it and be good. Tara says, all good on your side. Thank you. So anyhow, I just lost my train of thought because I looked at chat. Sorry, guys. Yes, I wanted something that was easy and I could take with me, and I wasn't going to be a mess, and I wasn't going to have to like juggle all kinds of stuff. So that's what we're going to, I ordered a bigger set. It came. I was thinking about using a different supply to do the project, and then UPS pulled up in front of the house like an hour ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think they're in there. So of course I ran down. They were. So that's what we're using today. I'll show you in just a moment. Let's go ahead and drop down to the desk. Oh, thank you, Rob. So Rob has just gifted 5 memberships, and it at the very top of your chat screen, you're going to see Rob's little icon with the bird, and it's going to have the little picture of the gifts, and it says 5. First 5 people to click on that and claim those memberships will get them. So if you want a free membership for the month as a super fan, you can click on that. It's going to give you access to emotes that are just for you guys. So you're going to have emotes. You get a special badge that shows up beside your name. And so if you're not yet, grab one. So yay, Jamie, congratulations. Jamie has got one. Leah Davis got one. Teresa Brown, Bailey, and Audrius Daly. Congratulations. And thank you, Rob. Huge thank you to Rob. All right. They're already gone. Yeah, and that is how that works. The first time Rob did that, we weren't quite sure how exactly it worked. And as soon as it happens, and as long as you can still see the little icon at the top of the screen that would show like Rob's picture or whoever gifts memberships, the picture and the gifts, you can click on that, say that you want to accept gifts, and you can claim one. So yay. Okay. Violet Sky. Yeah, it exists because I have Violet Sky says that's awesome. I never knew that existed. It exists here on the channel because I have memberships turned on. So Some people would prefer to do memberships through YouTube and others prefer Patreon. I have them in both locations. You get the same benefits. You get access as a community member above. You get access to my Discord server and all kinds of perks. So you can check those out, and you just click on my page and memberships, and that'll take you right to there, or over on Patreon, which should be right about here in that list. So, oh my goodness, 10 more. Thank you, Rob. There's 10 more up there. If you didn't get one on the first 5, grab one from that one. As long as you see that little gift bubble at the top, you can go ahead and grab another. So, and Rob has gifted a membership. Now, when I show Rob here, you'll see there's like right about here, there's like a little sunshine. That is actually your you get a special badge being a super fan and above, and that is a palette. And the longer you are a super fan, your palette changes colors till eventually it'll turn white with all the colors of the paint on them. It's cute. So anyhow, okay, let's just say hello. I am going to pop up in the corner over here and bring you down to the desk. There we go. And hello, Jethro. I'm seeing a lot of new names here, and I'm really excited. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. So we have Jethro got a membership. Yay! Congratulations. Simone Mack, hello, welcome. Simone Mack got a membership. Abe got a membership. Oh, fantastic. Nafisha Brogdon got a membership. Hi, D. Lynn. So we have lots of people here, and I'm seeing some new faces, and that I'm thrilled. So last week, we're going to be working on the medium watercolor paper today. Definitely a recommend. If you're looking for an affordable cotton paper because you're trying to get into cotton paper, I definitely recommend. So this is an affordable option. Violet Sky, if you click on the one that has the number 10, if they're not all gone, you could grab a membership with that one. So right at the very top, Violet Sky, click on the one that has Rob's little icon, and because there's two up there that I'm still seeing on my screen. One says 10, and if you click on the one that says 10, you may just still be able to grab one, because I don't think 10 more have been claimed yet. Okay, so the other thing is the Ategria watercolor brushes. You guys, somebody asked me about these last week. I'm not remembering who that was, but somebody had asked me. And these, I said that I had them. I know you guys, when it was asked, because Lindsay had, over at the Frugal Crafter, had recommended these brushes. And I was asked about them, and I do have them. Well, because I've recommended them for. I'm trying to throw stuff around here. Let me just show you, take these out, because these, okay. So these are the two quills, and the two quills are separately. These are all, everything is linked below. So the quills are separate. I like these. They hold a lot of water. So yeah, definitely these are a recommend if you're looking for quill brushes. The sizes are good, and you see this one's all fluffy. It will get a point if I wet it. This one, you see that it's still stiff. But look at the point. Now, when it's wet, they get points like that. These are great. The other set, and these are the Intuition series. Comes in a set of 10. And you see right there, there's your 10 brushes. Let me just show you, because I'm going to show you another option. It has a few more brushes, and it's a little more affordable. They're also linked in... yeah, it tells you to allow gifts, so you did. So now, okay, you said to allow gifts. Now click on the thing again and see if you can grab one of the memberships. If you've said allow the gifts, then click on it again and see if that gives it to you. Oh, my ears. Okay. Yeah, Google does determine, like Google will give them or present them to people who are most active on the channel if there's like a lot of people. But right now, I think quite a few people that are here can grab one of those gifted memberships. The thing is still up at the top of your chat. If you're looking at your live chat, it still has Rob's little picture with the bird, and it says 10. Those are not all gone yet. You can click on that and claim yourself a free month of Superfan membership. There are all new emotes for you today. So getting back to the brushes, let me just show you, like with mine. This is something, and it's on the rounds. Can you guys see how much space? There's a lot of space between the end of the ferrule and the bristles. I think this one really shows. There's like so much space there. The bristles, I mean, they're snug in there. Now, I did have one that had a loose, one of my, ferrules was a little loose. But I just thought that was weird that they're so large around compared to, I'm like, can I get that to focus? Can you see there? Can you see how much space there is around that? There's a lot of space. It just looks weird. Functionality, I don't know that it's, any negative with, it's a Pastel Harris Hawk. Thank you. So I'm like, Rob's bird. That's the kind of bird that Rob has on his, next to his name. So these are the Nik Pro watercolor art brushes. These are another one. There's 15 in this. There's 10 in the Intuition series. If you want the quills, you have to purchase them separately. There's 15 in this. And I'm just going to show you these. And I think Tara has these as well. So she'll be able to talk to you about these in the chat. Because I know she has these brushes as well. I definitely, and these are also synthetic squirrel. They're both synthetic squirrel. You get 15 brushes in this set. And currently, both are linked so you can compare them yourself. These are a little more cost effective. They are pretty much, as far as function, the same. They hold their points well. But these, I'll just say, if I grab those same two brushes I just showed you, when I show you these brushes, the ferrules are not so big around the brushes. There's a little bit of a gap there, but nothing like the other ones had. This is the set. Like if you wanted the quills, I definitely would recommend the Ortegria, the 2 brush quills. But if you want just a set of watercolor brushes, these are synthetic squirrel, so no animal hair, if that's something that's important to you, and they do hold a point very well. These are what I'm going to be using today. They do come in like the little velvet bag. I'm not putting them back in there. I'm just going to kind of stuff that down in the tube, and I'm going to stand my brushes in here like this, and they're just going to sit up here on my desk. So that's what I'm going to be using today when I need a brush. You're not going to see a lot of brush work today, but I will also be using these next week. So I've been using my Mimic brushes, and you guys, I've already shared my recommendations on them. I do recommend them for anybody that's new. And yeah, but that's just another option for you. And just going to stick those behind me, and we are going to get started. So I said I was going to put those in that, but maybe if I put them in the other end, I'm like, they're just getting lost in there. I think if I stand them up, yeah, now I can see them if I stand them in that end. So I can see what I'm grabbing. So those are the Nik Pro brushes. All right. Today's design. And this is available to download for free. You can get it. It is posted over on my Patreon. Again, you do not need to be a member to download it. You can just follow the link and you'll see the post there. This is a free post. This is a free line art. You can use this. I only ask that if you use it and you share it, that you give credit and tag me, because I want to see your work. So there we go. It just says hello fall, and you'll see on the line art that I left the circle, because what I did was I started with a circle and then I kind of put my stuff within the circle, but I left that part of the circle there. This design would fit great on a like a 5x7 card. So if you wanted to make it as a card front, you could absolutely do that. I'm just working on the meat and paper here because I wanted to use it some more. And this is the 10x7. Again, I do recommend, of course, mine is the older, still has the blue glue. But I did get the new ones in that I was waiting on. So now I have the cold press, the rough, and the hot press. So in another video, I'll bring you all of those. But just, you know, spoiler alert, I've said it before, I do like this paper. All right. And let's see. I'm just going to catch up on the chat real fast so that I don't miss anything. Yes, Tara says she does have them. So if other people have questions about these brushes, Tara will be able to give you an opinion as well. Yeah, Dylan says paintbrush collection addiction is real. Yeah, it is. I have so many brushes, but I am not sure that I'm not sure if Nick Pro does quills or not. But if the quality is the same as what these brushes are, then I definitely would recommend. With the Artegria, I had to send a set back because some of the ferrules were loose. Excuse me. These that came where I still had one that was loose, but not crazy. With the Nick Pro, none of them were loose. So there you go. Violet Sky says, oh, love the design, perfect for fall. Yeah, even though we had snow here yesterday. We had snow here yesterday. Not yesterday. On the 30th. It snowed on the 30th. This morning, though, I'm like, I've got the turtleneck on. I got the sweater on. It was cold. It was like 20 degrees. So, it's a balmy, warmed up to a balmy 43 right now, according to my A device. All right. What else do we have today? I have these wonderful pearl colors. Calero, however you want to say it. Calero. You know, can pronounce things all kinds of ways. And I could just pronounce them like a Amena, and then, you know, that'd sound like something totally different. So the Colors by Calero, they're made in Germany, and this is the gold and silver. And I thought that I would use these because I've been dying to use them, and I haven't used them yet, on for some accents when we're done. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, like 5 different shades of gold and a silver. So yeah. And if you guys were on Lisa's stream with us last night chatting, because I mod for her over there, you'll know that I ordered some new metallic stuff because I couldn't help myself. And I can't wait for that to come in. We will definitely be not only sharing it, but comparing it, because I was like, you know, I have these. And the set I ordered is by Schmincke. It has bronze, silver, and gold. And it is water soluble, just like this, made to work with watercolor. I'm like, what is that, Tara? I'm a magpie. It was shiny. I couldn't help myself. So in today, this is my eraser I've shared with you guys that I just got. I love these. It's linked below. So if I need to erase any of my lines afterwards, that's what I'm going to be using. And this is the set, the Ohuhu. I had the Ohuhu 36. So this is 36 colors. Now, I'm sorry, I just got an eyelash, feels like it went in my eye. Okay, so I have 36 colors here. And no, this is not the set I just got in today. This is like what I had. This one is a gift for someone for Christmas, but this is what I had. They're dual tip brush pens. This is water soluble. And I'm going to show you how I use them. These were great. I was surprised how much I like them. I like them so much that I ordered a larger set because why wouldn't I want more colors, right? I think that in watercolor, you don't need, I'm sorry guys, it's still like, feels like it's in my eye. I think that in watercolor, you don't need as many colors. Full set syndrome is still real. I mean, you guys know I've got it. But I've been reducing the size of my palette lately. You don't really need all those colors. However, when it comes to a marker, yeah, I want that convenience. That's what I discovered. I want that convenience color. I don't want to have to mix them. I had to mix stuff to get certain things I wanted for Inktober, and I just wasn't having it. So I was like, you know what? I actually do like these pens, though. I would use them a lot more often, but I want some bigger set. I want more colors. So I bought the 160 set. It was a great deal. I couldn't resist. For per marker cost, this was a wonderful deal. It's linked below. So if you want to check them out, you can. But let me just show you this little box and the packaging, right? Like, ha! Yeah. So, Want Monster Engage, Rob says. Careful. Sorry, I didn't put out a warning, guys. I did not put out a warning. Caution. Lock up your Want Monsters. So these come in the packaging like this. They come with spare nibs, both for the fine point ends and the brush end. So don't worry about like when you're first learning to use them, if you damage one, whatever, you have some spares. I love that. Which makes me question, can I refill them? Not positive on that, but so this box, the way it's set up, and I'm going to actually take you full, I'm going to go away and bring you full screen. There we go. You can set this so the lid magnets, so you can open, right? Violet Sky says I'd buy it just for the box. It's pretty. It is pretty. They're gorgeous. So you pop that open, fold it backwards, and boom, it sits right on your desk. It'll just stand there just like that. And I'm just going to move it. It's going to kind of be out of frame, but just know they're there. That's what we're using today. So you guys haven't seen me use the markers. It was such a deal. Yes, that's right. That's my mantra. That is true. And it's true. It was such a good deal. I couldn't afford not to get it. Well, that was like the deal with the Schminke colors last night. I was like, well, shoot, if I get the set of 3, it's like buying 2 and getting 1 free. How could I not? And then I just slipped and clicked buy now. And it's on its way. Okay. So, as I was saying, with the liner, I left the circle there. You can decide if you want to color in the circle and have the background, you know, in that circle done, then no problem. And yeah, I agree, Dylan. That's spare nibs was wonderful. You don't have to buy them. And I was like, oh, and these brush, I'm going to show you as we go. I really like the flexibility of the brush nibs. In fact, I believe I have a spare piece of paper sitting over here beside me. Well, it was used for something else, but we can do this here. I want one that you're going to really be able to see the nib well. Let me pull this green because I'm going to be using it. And the other thing is, I think I'll probably sort these by color. So there's your marker. There's the brush nib. And your fine nib, it is fine. Like, we're not going to have to worry about details here. Not a problem. So what I'm going to do is I had debated if I wanted to do the line art in black. And then I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to line it with the fine nib. Like once these, the markers like UPS, and he doesn't usually come till 5. So it was meant to be today. So I'm going to line these parts in the color, and then we're going to paint them in with the brush M. And let me just show you guys. Are you ready? If I can get it so you can see. These have, do you see how like the flexibility? There is a lot of flexibility in that nib. There's a lot of flexibility in these. I really like them. Okay. And I'm like, oh, glad I got to test that out. I'm going to probably keep this paper sitting here beside me because I may test some of my colors just on here. It's not the same paper as this, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. So you may see me test some markers there as we go. So let me see. I missed what you guys were talking about. Oh, yes, I've had them for years. No, I've had them for years. Well, that was the thing last night. I was like, oh, once November gets here, I'm not supposed to get more art supplies because my birthday and Christmas will be right around the corner. Because my birthday's the beginning of December, and then we have Christmas. And then right after that is my anniversary. So it's like, boom, everything's December for me. Well, it's like, you know, once November gets here, don't buy anything because they don't want me buying something that somebody's bought me as a gift. So last night, for, you know, all concerned, was October 30th. And that's when I ordered them. I ordered those on the 30th. And they were just delayed in getting here. Oh my goodness, no. And I'll be like, I'll get off the stream and I'll go downstairs to fix dinner, and Lou will be like, so it's the 31st today? Oh, sometimes he pops in and watches. I'm just pulling some colors that I think are, oh, not that color. That's not what I went to grab, but it's what I pulled. I am loving the selection in this. Colors that I think might work for us today. No idea, but we're gonna check it out. So yeah, I put up all new emotes for you guys today. I'm trying to rotate some each week so that every week, everybody that's super fan, when they come back, they'll have brand new emotes just for the week, which, you know, again, super fan and up, you guys will have access to those emojis in the chat. I'm thinking that my pumpkins, I don't want to do regular pumpkin. That's hilarious. There they are. So Rob has shared there's what Rob just posted in the live chat. If I put it up here, you're just going to see the shortcut code, like if you had to type it. I wish that my program would pull them in. But yeah, Rob just posted all of the new emotes. I love the like OMG one with the eyes bugging out and Mr. Sinister over there. But we have the new gnome, the peace gnome and the acorn. And I already have a bunch to change out all the way through Thanksgiving. So stick around for those in the weeks to come because it's going to be fun. And then I'll start working on December. And I would like to create, like we did last month when we created the last month's custom emojis. I would like to do that again. So if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, maybe I'll do that next week with you guys live. Maybe we'll design one, or I'll do it and then, you know, record it and put out a video. So yeah. Yeah, double the art supply gifts. I know, but sometimes it's like, but if my birthday was in the summertime, then, you know, you could get the gifts twice during the year instead of just the once. I mean, either way it balances out, right? Auction them off. You should auction what off? My original these guys? My original emoji art? That could be a possibility if that's something that people would be interested in. I just have to look up how I would do that. Okay. Yes, summertime for self-care, more art supplies. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just trying to keep caught up. And I want to dive in because I want to make sure we get this done. So I'm thinking I don't want to do just traditional colors, like oranges with the pumpkins. I want one that is going to be, yeah, maybe like that, like a cream color. I think that's the blue that I just tried and wasn't really thrilled with. Let's try this one down here. See, and then they get into that, right? Too many choices. I think we're going to go with that. So that green. I'm hoping I have a darker green. That is what my problem was. Like, I couldn't find a dark enough green. Oh no, that is too cool of a green. I want a dark, warmer green. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. All right, we've got enough to get started. We have enough colors here to get started with. So I'm going to put these on this side because I'm right-handed and this is going to be the space where my arm is going to go. Okay. I had planned it out, so just give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to start with this pumpkin right here because I know I'm going to want him to be blue. So, and these post. So your little end actually sits in the top, which I love because then, you know, I don't lose my caps. Yeah, Tara and I actually have birthdays like just a few days apart. So I use my markers like this a little differently. You can color your whole area in. You can do that. And that would work just fine. I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it. Because I'm going to give myself a variety of values doing it the way that I do it. So I'm just taking my brush pen. And these nibs are like, they are so soft and flexible. It's not like a brush like my Wink of Stella that I've told you guys, and I use this a lot during Inktober. That's just like a brush. Like that right there is, you see how flexible? Like that is super flexible, and it's also silvery and shiny and shimmery and wonderful. But those, it's not a brush like that, but it is like the soft brush style nib, and they definitely have plenty of flexibility. Okay, so what I like to do, and we're just going to grab a small one. So this is my Nick Pro size 5 round. Let's get that rinsed out. I do have, I'm like, I don't have a paper towel here. I do. So see, when I said it's like a kind of a new medium, it's still, they're still like watercolor brushes. So, okay. All right, here we go. So just make sure I get all the water off my ferrule. I will, that's where I can reach it. Wet in that center area. And then I'm going to touch that. Just kind of work that paint right there. These are so easy. Now, if I wanted to, and I will on a couple of the things, I will fill in the entire area, but show you, you can go over this with just a damp brush. And when you go over it with just a damp brush, any lines, any streaking, it'll just blend out. So again, this line art is free for you to download. If you go over and visit my Patreon site, it'll be right there for you. Should be the very first post because I just shared it a little bit before the stream. Okay, the hair's gonna have to, something's gonna have to go. It's gonna keep getting in my face. And I can come back once this dries and I can layer it up too. So there we go, our little pumpkin. I loved these. I loved these markers. I said I was going to do that a while ago. Yeah. So, oh, Rob says, just a second. I'm just got to get this clipped so it'll kind of stay out of my way. Quit getting in my, of course, the bangs will still fall on my face, but whatever. Okay. Yes. So Rob said he's starting his Christmas card designs now, so he can have it picked before our next Zoom. If you're not familiar, what Rob's talking about is we do a patrons, and depending on what tier you're on, whether it be the creator or studio membership, these also post. So no matter which end you have undone, they post. So they will, you know, stick on the opposite end. So anyhow, no matter which tier you are on, whether it be creator or studio, you have access to some of the Zoom live streams we do, and those, that's more brown, whether it be quarterly or monthly. But in November, that's what we're doing. We're working on Christmas card designs because it's always the third Friday of, oops, I wanted to align it first. It's always the third Friday of the month that we do that. And in November, we are going to be doing Christmas cards, because if you send out Christmas cards, usually you send them out right after Thanksgiving, or at least that's when I would send mine out. I would always send them out like the weekend after Thanksgiving. I haven't sent enough Christmas cards in a while. Okay, this is my little acorn squash. We have an acorn squash downstairs. And I'm going to do it kind of like that one because that one has a spot where it's starting to turn orange. Just a little bit. I think he's getting really ripe. All right, let's blend this one out. I love like these, and you can use like a water brush because that's what I was using downstairs. I just have one of my water brushes, you know, the ones that hold water, whether it be when you squeeze or, you know, whether it has the button that you squeeze or you just squeeze the actual brush, or doesn't matter. If you have any type of water brush, they're perfect for blending these markers. And I'm going to kind of go around that orange for a moment. And again, like I said, you can come back, you can layer these up. So you're going to see me skip around a little bit because I want things to dry as we kind of go. So next up, let's work on our little acorn. Our acorn and our mushroom are our little characters here. I'm going to do his cap a different color. And I'm going to actually grab a fine liner. Doesn't matter what you use. I just happened to grab out the Unipin fine liner. This is a 0.4. Just because I don't want these eyes and the mouth to disappear on me. And they're going to be, they're going to stay that color anyway. And let's see, we need a little pink for the cheeks. Sounds good. There we go. Let's go ahead and paint this in. We have a lot of fun during the Zoom Hangouts, and it's a great time where if you're working on a project or you're stuck on something and you need help, you can choose your level of interaction. If you aren't comfortable turning on your camera and sharing what you're working on, you don't have to. If you just want to have your microphone on where you're talking like you were talking on the telephone, you can do that too. It's whatever you are comfortable with. I'm always sharing what I'm working on at the time. Sometimes we work on the same things, and sometimes we all just kind of work on whatever we want to work on. But for this coming one in November, that's what I'm working on, is the Christmas cards. And even when it's damp, I can come back in here and put down some more marks. I am like barely touching the paper right now. Here we go. And I'm going to make his cap the darker brown. Teresa. Okay. It just seems so different working with the working with markers. I just have to turn him for a moment. And I'm gonna like lean into you guys again. See, I need to move the camera from right here because I always tend to lean left and lean forward so I can see. There we go. And we'll just take a very damp brush and just soften that so it looks like it's got that texture. I don't want to completely get rid of my lines. And once he dries, I can come back and I could put like a shadow just under the cap. Ooh, you're using super granulating colors? Oh, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be excellent. I am we know, major fan of granulating colors. I think these leaves, let's do like a, kind of like golden. No, that is not golden. There's nothing golden about that. That might work. Okay. I'm going to use I think I'm going to use my dark brown. The same, here, the same brown that where did I do with it? Like, wait a minute, where'd it go? The one that I just used for his cap. Yeah, that one. I was like, that doesn't look like the color. And I'm just going to line out my leaves. There we go. Bring you full screen. And then I won't lean right into the camera either. Well, I will, but you won't see it. Okay. So for this, like I was saying, you could versus, you know, lining it and then like I can just come in here and color the whole thing in. And then I don't have to go back over it. If it was a little streaky, I could certainly take a brush with water and blend it. Or if I was working two colors, I could blend it that way. Yeah, I don't know who that could be. I'm just gonna plead the fifth right there. I didn't say anything about the super granulating set from Schmincke. Oh my goodness. I was just talking about that the other day. I was like, I have got to grab my Schmincke paints and do some work with them because they're just so beautiful. And I think I'm going to do the leaves on the other side the same color. So do any of you have these Ohuhu markers? Yeah, I mean, they just look how nicely that they're just beautiful. They're so easy. So easy. I had the blendability or the workability of like a watercolor. I just jumped right in. I didn't even line these out yet. I need to do this whole leaf because I have a feeling if I don't, then I will have lines that I'll have to come back and blend. In the interest of time, I'm trying not to. So again, this would be perfect, like 5x7, like a 5x7 card front. You could do this as that. Or just as a little coloring page if you like to just relax and color. But you can grab it free over on my Patreon page. And I encourage you, if if you know what Patreon is, and you can follow your favorite artists on Patreon without being a paid member. And then any content, so if you follow me, any content like this that I put out for free, you'll get notified about, and you can get it. And if it's just something that like you're curious about how active they are on their Patreon, you can follow them and just kind of see, because you'll see anytime that they make posts. And if it's not one that you're eligible to get, you know, it'll tell you what tier you'd have to be on to see that content, but you get a preview. You get a preview of what's going on. So I definitely encourage you to follow me on Patreon. I hope you guys enjoyed the Halloween special. That was fun. That was a lot of work, but that was fun. And then yesterday I shared the sketchbook tour of my Inktober. I am like so glad that is over. I am not sad that that challenge is done. I am super happy that I did it though. These markers are wonderful. So I have a couple sets. I'm going to have to do some more work with markers like this so I can show you, because there are two other brands that I have. I could not tell you as far as like how they compare to these, because they're sitting in my pile of stuff to use. And yeah. I'm glad that I did the Inktober, because I did not expect to like these as much as I like these. And I'm thrilled. If I hadn't have done Inktober, I never would have realized how much I enjoy working with them. I'm just going to go in and fill all of the little berries that I did. I might need to come back with another layer on those. Anytime if you see me do black lines, it's going to be that. I don't have this link below. And again, it just happened to be the first one I grabbed. I have quite a few brands when it comes to liner markers, and I'm not sure which one. Well, I do know one that is my favorite, and I just got some more in so I can share those with you guys. Oops, I forgot these. I'm not doing those ones with the lines. Not yet, anyway. There we go. Oh, I missed a leaf. I have to do a little negative painting on this one. Paint around our pumpkin. Around our pumpkin stalk. But they're so easy to use. I love how they lay down on this Meeden cotton watercolor paper. Again, this is the cold press one. There's actually a link below for these. Meeden has changed their, like the glue I showed you. This one has the glue on the side and it's blue. It's not blue anymore. If you notice, you can see blue at the edge of the page. It's not blue anymore. It's clear. And you know how it can be at Amazon sometimes. If you order them from there, you definitely would have the chance of getting one that's blue like this because it might be older stock. If you order directly from Meeden, if this is something that you're interested in trying, I have a link to Meeden directly in the description below. I definitely recommend ordering from them. I've ordered from them a few times directly. Everything always comes very quickly. I did not have to order very much at all to have it shipped for free. So I thought that was wonderful. And yeah, it came in a really timely manner. So again, another plus. Let me see. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do. Whoa, no, we can put that one back. That is not what I'm going. That is not what I'm going for in this piece. Whoops. Helps if I pull the brush end. All right, that's better. That's better. Okay. So I'm gonna fill in our little mushroom's face. I did not leave any white. If I want to put like a white highlight for his eyes, I'll just grab like a white pen or some Dr. Peach Martin's Blade Proof White and pop it on there. All right. Let's give this guy some little pink cheeks. There we go. It was not easy. It was not easy to keep up with. Not at all. Okay. So that one, I really wanted that to be more blue than green. And that blue came out really quite green. But I think I might layer it up. I think I might just, oops, again, grab it. And these are in there, like some Some are in there with the brush tip facing you because, they're one side is, the fine point is skinnier than the other. And yeah, they are all numbered. I didn't see if there was a swatch card in there or anything down the, the side of the markers. I didn't notice with that. So I wanted this to be a little bit more blue. I'm just going to layer over it with a blue. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Because I want them to be really soft. I don't want them to be dark colors. These brushes definitely hold plenty of water. It's a little more blue. I'm still debating, should I fill the circle in the background or not? You guys have to tell me what you think. In the circle in here. If I was doing it as a card, I think I probably would do that. I don't think that one was dark enough. See, I didn't even dip in the water that time. I just grabbed the brush. It was damp from before. Just gonna kind of blend that. I didn't like how the orange was bright sticking out there. There we go. All set. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, Rob says, what other art instructor does live Zoom meetings with patrons. I have not heard that as like a benefit with, excuse me, any of the YouTube artists that I'm familiar with anyways. But let's fill in our big guy here. Big mushroom. If you do this project, please share and tag me, or go return to my Patreon page and post your work there. You should be able to post it. I can see it there. Or you can go to the art group, our Exploring Art group on MeWe or Facebook, whichever you prefer. We're in both locations. I cross post to both. So anything that's coming from me, you'll see appear in both spots. I don't know, his little mushroom cap probably should have been a little more red, but we can always go back over it. with something that's like maybe a little bit more maroon. When I first designed this, I had in mind the Art Nouveau paints by Kuretake. That's what I was going to use. And then when UPS pulled up, I was just like, oh my gosh, the markers would be wonderful on this. So I switched it up and went with the markers. You're going to be doing 100 Christmas cards. Oh my goodness. Because you do all your Christmas cards, Rob, you paint them, correct? That's wow. Just wow. That's all I can say is just wow. This color is actually a little brighter than I had in mind. But I'm thinking I can probably, we're testing it out. If I wet this down, I want to see if I can lift. So I think if I lifted some of the color, it would lighten it up to a little bit closer to what I was envisioning. Yeah, so it did. It pulled up. I pulled color off of there. And I'm just going to blend the little cheeks out. I wonder how I damage the points of my brushes all the time. Probably doing stuff like this. Okay. And I wanted to get a little bit of blending between those lines and that color so it would darken up that undercolor a little bit. So it's a bit darker than the actual mushroom itself. There we go. And see how I have like, you can see the lines on here. See if we can't blend that in a little bit better. I'm not worried about the little dots. If I happen to go into one of those dots, I'll just, again, either hit it with some Dr. Paige Martin's Bleed Proof White or a white gel pen. And I didn't link the Brisk Learner white gel pens in the description below, but I've got to say, I'm enjoying those so far. That was another Inktober discovery, because I am not a fan of Jelly Roll pens at all. And also there's the just getting the shadow that's going to be on the actual mushroom. And if I need to darken up under the cap, I will. The Signo, the Uniball Signo white gel pen, I wanted to love it, and that's why I always use my Dr. Paige Martin's Bleed Proof White, because I just can't find one that I like as much as I just want to love them. And what was this one? Oh, thank you. Dylan says, these colors are so pretty. All right, I'm going to do my winter squash that's back here. So I want my darker of the two colors. Any suggestion for gold or silver metallic paint pens? Yeah, I have a bunch. I definitely do. Rob, remind me when we get to do the highlights. I will show you some. Of course, they're not going to be linked, but you just can use one of them and then search for use a link to get there and then search one of the pens. It is I've used quite a few. If you want sparkles, then the Zig Kuretake Wink of Stella brush 2. They come gold, silver, and clear. And I think I just linked those in my video yesterday where I shared the walkthrough of my sketchbook. Did I line that in the wrong color? I did. Doesn't matter. If you want something that sparkles and shimmers, I use those. Like when I did the bag of coins, I used those. And they were wonderful. There's our little winter squash. I haven't done any of the stems. That's the brown. I didn't really want the brown. I want more of a green. And it's actually a little too green, so we're just going to combine them. It's still darker than I wanted. And again, if it is, I can just take my brush that's damp. I'm just going to kind of go over this area and lift it out. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Now let's do, no. I want something that's almost like a darker wheat-like color. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, definitely not. That's very pale. Very pale. I should put these like the really light colors. I'm probably like, we'll take these out, play with them on a swatch paper like this so that I see, and then all the ones that are really light, like put in one side, and that way there I know when I want a lighter version, like I can just go to one side of the box or the other. I do like that color. There is, yeah, there's some that I definitely recommend, and I will share those with you because they're sitting right here in the bowl right in front of me. Because all my stuff from when I was doing Inktober still, there it is. I want that color for the rest of my mushroom. And I'm still looking. I'm looking for what will be like the stalks of my pumpkins. That might work. So many colors to choose from. There we go. Okay. Well, that's why I ordered the Schmincke, the gold, silver, and bronze last night, was because I really want them for when I do my Christmas cards. I had our studio hangout in mind when I ordered those. So lock up your want monsters before you come. I'll be showing them before them, because if they should arrive, it said by the 14th or 15th. Did you order these markers? Did you order this set, Rob? I love the set. This is a definite recommend, guys. Yeah, I definitely recommend these guys. I think I missed a spot when I did him. I'm going to darken this cap up. I want it to be darker. And I wanted it to be more maroon. And when I blended, I went right over my spots that I was supposed to leave white, which again, not a problem. But as soon as the gold, silver, and copper get here, I will start thinking of a project that I can do that will share them. And I'm hoping they're here before that time, so that if those might be something that you want for your cards, you'll be able to see them in action first. There we go. See, that's better. That's better. I like that a lot more. I love the little mushroom character. I like the little acorn too. Okay. Let's get our curlicue of our pumpkin stock there. I'm just going to use the lighter end, or the lighter marker rather, excuse me, not the lighter end, the lighter marker. They're the same on both ends. He says, yes, I confess I did it. I mean, for 160 markers, the per marker cost on these, again, I'm just saying, like, how could you not afford to? If you're interested in markers. Now, I'm not encouraging people to go out and spend money that they don't have or anything like that. Please don't get me wrong, with teasing and playing around, but they are definitely a good value for what you're getting, in my opinion. For what that's worth, guys. Just in my opinion. I'm going to line this one because I want this to be kind of like a cream colored pumpkin. Oh, we saw some of those this year where we bought our pumpkins. We just bought regular boring old orange ones. But they had some that were like the bluish green color, and they had some that were the white. They were gorgeous. Like, what am I seeing here? There it is. Oh, I see. I didn't do my acorn squash. There we go. I'm just going to go right up the stalk with this darker color. Well, I hope you enjoy them because these are, I think they're wonderful. I was so surprised like how much I enjoyed these. That's actually a little darker than I think I want. There was one that I just had. Let's go with this one. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. And it's okay that the ones to the back are darker. Right? Because they're further behind. I'm liking the way this is turning out so far. What do you guys think? There we go. Perfect. That's more of what I wanted. Tara says it's super cute. Thank you. Okay. We need to get some of this, more of this color over here. So I think the same color as that mushroom cap, we're going to do this mushroom cap. And I need the fine. This is one of those times I'm like, that fine point. Oh, it just comes in handy. Because it is definitely, I mean, this, does it say the, I don't know if it says the nib size. But I mean, they're tiny. Oh, absolutely. Rob says, I'm already thinking, how can I use these markers and an ink and wash? If I would have lined this out first and, you know, with my permanent marker and then come back in, if I wanted, like, if I want this mushroom to be like lighter in the center, now that I have that color on the edge, right? Because sometimes on my Inktober, I would just have my line, I would put the marker color beside it, and then I would work it in. So I wet the center first and then blend those sides like into it. And you just get all those, you know, the different values, and it'll kind of just blend right there on the page. Like that easy. Or like, look how nice and smooth that is now. Like the streaks are gone. That's one thing I always hated. You guys use markers a lot when you're kids. I could not stand the streaky look you got from using markers. So I much prefer to work with like colored pencils. Well, this definitely, just making sure I have the one I want. And I'm going to line that one. I'm going to give those some lines. I'm going to do the same with these. But I would prefer to work with colored pencils, because at least with colored pencils, they weren't, I could use them very lightly and they wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't just be a streaky mess. It used to bug me. I definitely was not a fan of markers when I was younger. This guy's just coming right along. If you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Certainly lets YouTube know, hey, show this to more people. It is one of the easiest ways that you can support the channel. Trying to think what color we should make this last pumpkin. Should we just do them orange? Bring the orange over here too. Or an orange. I wonder if there's more like of a rust, like a more muted orange. No. See, this is where it's hard, because I'm like, oh, if I was doing this in, say, well, I don't know, watercolor, I would just grab a little neutral tint, throw it in there, and, you know, mute it right down and be perfect. I would just need an orange. Okay, there we go. I think we're gonna, maybe we'll bring some of this into that. We'll see. Wonderful. Rob says 11 watching, 11 likes. Well, I appreciate you all hanging out with me in the stream today. I want this one. Yes. Like markers, they're just everywhere. Another reason I like a palette and watercolors. My supplies don't like spread out and take up everything. I had to paint oak leaves. We don't have, there are oak trees here in Maine. We just don't have any on our property. I would love to have an oak tree. I would love to have an oak tree. In fact, I did get some acorns and I'm hoping I can get one. I'm hoping I can get one to sprout, because if I can, I will actually plant it. I'll actually plant it here in the yard. Somewhere where I know that it'll never, far enough away from the house that it would never be an issue. We just had, I was so sad, very, very, very old maple. This thing is like 5 feet in diameter. And we just had to have that taken down. And I was like, but it was rotting in the backside, and it was actually more of a hazard to our neighbor's property than it would have been to our own. Do these stalks this color. I think we're going to do this leaf that color, because it's darker than that stalk. It'll look different. Maybe we'll drop in all right, grab the brush, see if we can't blend that around. There you go. So see, it's very easy to actually blend some colors right there on the page as well. Okay. There's not much left, and then we can put on we'll do our words, and we'll add some shimmery accents here. And I'm going to line that one as well. Just because I felt like it was kind of blending in a little bit with the, and I may do some line work on some other bits, you know, parts of it, but it doesn't have to all be lined out. But by doing some here and there, like I have it here, if I line the leaves, it'll kind of balance it out. Sorry, guys, that like whole train of thought just froze. There we go. And that is like bleeding a little bit because that one was still wet, but that's fine. I'm gonna have to change. Oh, I missed a berry right there. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail so that it'll have the finished picture on it for those who are watching the replay. Because I wasn't sure, like I just drew this out. I had just sketched this afternoon before I I scheduled the stream before I sketched it out. I knew I was doing something fall. I just wasn't quite sure what that was going to be. We're just going to make this little leaf green. Why not? We've got green here. I need green elsewhere. I think I'm going to do the stalk. I'm going to do this pumpkin stalk in green. Maybe this one was just picked. It hasn't dried out yet. It's still green. Ooh, Tracy says she has a very young oak tree. Yeah. I would love an oak tree. Although, with that comes all kinds of acorns and everything else. But like I said, I'm not going to put it anywhere near my house. So it shouldn't really pose a problem. It won't be near a vehicle either. So I won't have to worry about it like dropping all that on my vehicles. All right. This pumpkin needs to be... I don't want to do him... I think I'm just going to do him in the orange. We're just going to make it a light orange, kind of like this one. And then that won't be the only place we have the orange. Try to tie it all together. Again, just like I did the other ones, I'm going to put my marker down where I want my darkest values to be, and then I'm just going to kind of blend and cover the pumpkin with the brush in the water. I definitely didn't dirty my water today. But that's like I said, you don't need a container and water. When I was doing these for Inktober, I was just using a water brush and a napkin. And that's going to need another. It's going to need another layer, but that's fine. I'll just wait till some of that dries and come back to that one. Okay. Got these two leaves and the two little mushrooms. Oh, our little... Oh, yeah, and I forgot one of the berries that's down here. Pop that in. There we go. Our little acorn. Forgot his little top. And I'm going to come back over these lines now that he's all nice and dry. And I believe that these markers come with a white barrel or a black barrel. I don't believe there's any difference between the two, just a matter of whatever your preference is. I just chose the black barreled ones. And let's give him some bit of shadow right below that cap. And from our mushroom, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out. And that's just going to soften the edge, just like with watercolor. If you don't want a hard edge, just come in with a little bit of water and come up to that edge, and it'll blend. There we go. Okay, our acorn is all done. I'm trying to think what other color leaves is this one. So you definitely recommend having a piece of scrap paper. It certainly helps. There we go. We'll make this leaf this color. And yes, I could have filled that all in with just the marker. My brush is not quite wet enough. But these are going to be great if you like to work in sketchbooks. These would be great for that. I will say that when I was using the Strathmore Visual Journal sketchbook for Inktober, not one time did anything bleed through that paper. I definitely would recommend that. The acorn stem right there. Boom. He's got his little cap has its little stem right there. Did you ask that question before I put that on and I just now saw it? If so, I apologize. All right. This guy. I need a little bit more of that green in there. I might line the leaves with the same green that I did. Yeah, that was that one, right? Oh, definitely. Don't even think we're using that. Although maybe for the fall. So yeah, I'm going to take this green and I think I'm just going to outline the leaves with it because it's feeling a little like I just have it there and I don't have that color really. I have it here, but not really anywhere else. And that's not quite giving me as thick of a line as I want. And you can make a nice fine line with these, the point on the brush end. You barely, with this watercolor paper, I barely have to touch the paper. I love that I'm going to be able to just grab this set. Now, I have to say, it'll probably end up downstairs. It'll probably stay after the stream today. It'll probably end up staying downstairs because it'll sit with where I do my, like if I want to do my sketchbook. Because just this and a brush pen and a paper towel. And I can add color to whatever I want to in my sketchbook. I used these a lot during Inktober. I just could not believe how much I enjoyed them. I think that's better. It's kind of pulling this in. So once again, if you joined us late, you can grab this line art for free over on my Patreon website. You do not have to be a member to download the line art. And if you do this piece, I would love if you shared it and tagged me. Same thing, I think we're going to make this mushroom this color. That first, and then this one. And that is not the one that I did that pumpkin in. There. We'll just blend it together. Go. Looks like the pumpkin. Close enough. Close enough. Maybe we'll just give that one a little bit. Go over its stem. No, too dark. Well, maybe it wouldn't be too dark. Yeah, it's fine. Perfectly fine. In fact, I kind of like that better. Got that leaf and our words, and we will throw some shimmer on it, make it sparkle. And I think that one needs to be outlined. There we go. Oh, thank you. Violet Sky says, love the colors. I think I need to, I want that really pale. Yeah, I want to see if we can make this a little bit more subtle. I'm probably going to make it a little bit more orange, but a little bit more the color combining those two, I think makes that a little bit more the color of like a winter squash. And it's not so really bright orange. In fact, I need to go over this one again. That was done with my orange, which I believe was this orange. How is this one? Just not quite getting the color that I want. Just keep playing with it. So you see, definitely you can layer them up. I'm just not liking the dark lines, and I may just need to make the pumpkin darker. And that is what it is. So that it didn't look weird to me. Just go like that. And it might get some line work. Who knows? Maybe a little shimmer. Tone it, the orange down a little bit. Oh, we got to do this last one. I think we'll do that one. Have I done that color right there yet? I haven't. See, the other thing that we don't have is our like that green color. This is just kind of standing out to me, and I'm not really a fan. Everything else is so muted, and that's not. It may get toned down with another color before we say that's done. You know, we've got the red berries in there. We've got the green in there. Oh, have a great day, Violet Sky. I'm so glad you were able to come by. I am glad that you finally were able to catch one too. I hope we'll see you again next Thursday. We're here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's go ahead and just do that one. We'll do that color. Why not? That's the color that leaf wants to be. There we go. We're going to add a little bit more shadow to the bottom of this guy. There we go. I'm not digging that. I think the hello is going to be that dark green. I think that's going to tie that back in. So we are going to do that. My very unsteady hands. There. See, I'm just not liking that green. It's like too bright. It needs Needs to be a little bit more. It needs to settle itself down. Settle down. No. We'll find it. We'll tone it down. Definitely not. Nope. Oh, there we go. That's it. Okay, I'm going to just go right over the whole thing again, and I think this is just going to mute it right down. Oh, have a great rest of your day, Teresa. This one is not blending like that pumpkin did. It's just not blending out the way I want it to. But that's okay. We'll let this water set here for a moment, and I'll just come in with the marker and blend it out that way. It would be fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to outline my mushroom because I want his little white dots to, you know, stand off the background. I can do that while that dries a little bit. I'm not necessarily going to line the entire mushroom. Just a bit around the top of the cap. Just kind of let it fade into that taper around. Just leave it just like that. Here we go. I think maybe our fall should be an orange color. Thinking maybe a combination of that orange and the maroon, and work that in there. So this paper is wet. I'm barely touching it. This actually looks more like those blue-green pumpkins we saw. I got a little bit onto my other pumpkin there, which means I probably had gotten it wet. We're just going to wet that and lift it off. There we go. So to an extent, you can correct some things. Okay. I think that for our letters for fall, I want that was our mushroom. That was our pumpkin. And I think those two combined is what I like. Okay. See this stay inside the line stuff. That's when I find it hard to talk and work. Yeah, it did lift pretty good. I mean, there's still just a tiny speck of it, but it did lift pretty well. All right, and I just want to go over and layer up the orange, kind of bring those two together. I like those two layered. I like the way that those look. And again, the original line drawing had the circle, so you could fill in this circle for the background if you wanted to. I think that like a nice golden color might look good back there. You know, you can do like any color. If you want to do this, you can grab the free line art over on my Patreon website. And I would love to see how you do it. So now that we've got all of those done, let me just throw these markers back in here. There's just one last finishing touches that I want to do. Just give it that little something extra. So these are great. Again, this was the 160 set of the Ohuhu markers. They are the dual tip brush pens. You can find that link in the description below. Look at that. So then we had our Coliro pearl colors. Oh yeah. Well, sometimes it's funny that you say that, Rob, because my chat just jumped and I didn't grab the right comment. So sometimes I have no desire to stay inside the line. And in fact, sometimes I'll put the blobs down and do the line work after the fact. Because you don't have to stay inside the lines. All right, this is just a little cardboard piece that sits in there. So these colors, just show you guys. This is where my water is going to get dirty. So we have this is Tibet Gold. And I heard these take a little while to activate. Because I think they can get quite opaque. There's the Tibet Gold. Inca Gold. Because I know I've seen Diane Anton use them on her channel, and she'll activate them ahead of time. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh. All right, Schminke, when you get here, you're going to have like a run for your money. That Inca Gold's beautiful. See if I can get a little bit more on that Tibet Gold to... And shimmer. Like, they definitely shimmer. Then we have Arabic Gold, and my water is getting all metallic and sparkly. Now, if you were using this and then going back in that water and then coming back to your painting with other stuff, just know your brush could pick up some of that and your other colors could be slightly metallic. They are very shiny. Any magpies out there? Super shiny. Ooh, so that is the Arabic Gold. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Now I'm like really excited. I'm really excited for the Schminke ones to get here so I can compare these two, because cost-wise, you're going to be able to get a set of these for a lot less. Oh, yes, you absolutely. Great question. Rob just said, I wonder if you could ombre the colors, one color on top, one color on the bottom, and blend them in the middle with water. And yes, I believe that's not a problem. Okay, so this is Gold Pearl. Look at that. And then we have Moon Gold, which is a lot lighter. Oh, wow. That's really pretty. That's gonna, I know right where I want to put that one. So there's the Moon Gold. Can you see how metallic my water is right now? My water shimmers right now. And then the Sterling Silver. I bet these would be wonderful on black paper. I don't have any right here near me, or I would show you, but this is not the last you're going to see of these. These will not go away. I got these because I wanted to use them on, oh, that's pretty. I wanted to use them on some Christmas stuff. And there's your silver, sterling silver. Look at that. Those have a wonderful sparkle and shimmer to them. Sparkle? I guess shimmer. Okay. And I haven't forgotten about your question, Rob, so I will answer that just before we go. I just want to add just a few little accents. And I'm going to take this moon gold. And we're just going to put a little bit in where I, bumped the color in the wrong spot there. Give this pumpkin some little extra pizzazz right there. Perfect. I think the Inca gold if I can get it to work with me here. There we go. Put some Inca gold on our pumpkin back there. Maybe a little bit on this guy too. Just while I have it on my brush, I'm just thinking which leaves could use it. Definitely that one. And maybe our little mushroom under here. Wouldn't mind having some shimmer. Just lifting a little of that off. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to take the our sterling silver. All right, and we're going to put a little bit in the white spots of our mushroom. So you see where I went over, it's pretty opaque. Pretty opaque. Perfect. How about we bring this over here on our, give our berries a little highlights. Not a lot, just a little. There we go. And I think that the, which one was that? The gold pearl, I'm going to bring that into fall, and then I think we'll be good. There we go. Just using up some of what I had on my brush. Give a little shimmer to these outside leaves. And see, I'm like, where else do I want it? Just did their little swirls. Little accents on our leaf. Okay, I really am done. I'm done with the shimmery stuff. Okay. I wanted to touch on the questions I said I would answer for Rob. I'm just going to sign this one, I think right about here. There we go. And because I didn't fill in the background, I'm just going to get rid of that circle. I love that eraser. There's our little Hello Fall. How adorable is that? I'm really thrilled with the way it came out. I like it. I could put maybe a little silver shimmer in like the cap, but can I get it to shimmer for you guys? See the... There we go. There's some of the shimmery highlights on it. And I could emphasize the fall a little bit more, but or like, especially if I use this one, which was the Moon Gold. That one is beautiful. Really shines there. So there's our little Hello Fall. I'm going to be using these some more. We're going to see these again. So definitely going to see those again. And I will definitely be comparing them to, there goes the box. I'll be comparing them to the Schmincke that I am waiting on. Yeah, I think that was coming in as I was actually doing it. There's our shimmer. I really think that the fall, I want to make the fall, hold on. I think that would stand out more. If I used that Moon Gold, which is what I used on this pumpkin. And I really like that. And I have to say, I really do like the NYX Pro brushes. The points are wonderful on these. So whoever asked me last week about the Artegria brushes, yeah, I just have to say, personally, I think the NYX Pro are a little bit better quality, and you get more and you pay less. So the choice is yours. They're both linked in the description below. You check them out for yourselves and you make that decision. Only you can decide for you. But I certainly think that the NYX Pro brushes are better quality. And again, I know Tara has those brushes as well, so she can also comment whether she likes them. But there we go. See, now the shimmer and fall kind of stands out a little bit more. And I could beef up like the shimmer that's on the leaves, but I like it. There is our little fall painting. I hope you guys will give this one a try. Again, you can download it for free over on my Patreon website. Just tag me. You can share it back on the my Patreon website too, so that I can see it. That works. So again, today we used our Ohuhu set of 160 watercolor dual brush tip markers. Love the box. Love the packaging. I think Ohuhu does a great job with their packaging. Comes with spare nibs for your brush tips and your fine points. I don't think you can go wrong. For the price per marker that these are for 160 markers, I think that's a great deal. They'd be a wonderful Christmas gift. I think if I do a gift guide this year, I think these will definitely make it, because I was so pleasantly surprised. Like, wouldn't that be just a cute little like first page in a if you started a sketchbook or something? I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was fun for me. Now, Rob asked me, and I'm not forgetting you. I just got a piece of scrap paper here. For just one moment, we're going to divert. Rob asked me about some metallic pens, because he's looking for that for working with Christmas cards. Okay. Nope, it's this one. All right. So again, none of these are going to be linked below, but any one of my links, you can use one of those links and then go, that'll take you to Amazon. And as long as you get to Amazon that way, it still recognizes that you came from here, and it still helps support the channel. So thank you in advance if any of you use those links. All right. So those ones that I just used, if you don't mind doing it with a brush and you want some metallic, these are linked in the description below. Look at the shine on those. Okay, so yeah, a fall card. And Dylan, that's what I said. This is perfect size if you were doing like a 5x7, 5x7 card. I made sure that this would fit within the 7 inches by 5 inches. It would just be like a flap up card. So yeah, it's free to grab the line art, and it'd be a wonderful fall card. So this one is the Jelly Roll Gold. And I'm just going to see if I can't like make the marks, you know, a splotch for you, so that you can see its hue and how they show up. These here by Faber-Castell, these are their metallics. You can get these two as a set. One is Heart of Gold and the other is Nothing Else Metals. That's the name of the color. So gold and silver. This gold is a bit darker. And there's the silver that you get from those. I've had these for a while. Like, I've had these probably for a couple of years. They're still going. Love these pens. The Uniball Signo Gold. Again, completely different. Just like when I did these, there's all those different colors of gold. These are all different as well. So there's the Uniball Signo Gold. And this is a, does it say its size? No. Broad. Yeah, it's broad. Okay, now the Wink of Stellas. Hi, Laura. Thank you. So the Wink of Stella 2 brush, and this is going to be hard because this is just like printer paper. So it's going to just try to suck this in and not let me get all of its wonderful sparkliness. It's not going to do these justice. There's the silver. The last one is a clear, and it is literally just like a frosted shimmer, but gorgeous. So there's those. Now let me bring those up if you can see how much they reflect. So this gold and this silver, those were the Faber-Castell ones. You see that gold right there? That was the gold Jelly Roll metallic. That one. The Signo Uniball. It's more of a yellowish gold. I like the gold of this one for sure. But the Wink of Stella, those Can you see all the sparkly here, here, and here? I used these during Inktober. They are amazing. Look at the sparkle on that silver, and then this you can put over top of anything. So much sparkle, because you see that on a Christmas card, like especially these two on any kind of snowy Christmas card. That would be great. Laura says, so happy you're still doing fall art, right? I'm still in pumpkin mode. Well, Laura, it snowed here on the 30th. It was like 20 degrees out this morning when I got up. It was frigid. And I was like, you know what? I've seen everybody else is like jumping right into Christmas. And I thought, I don't want to bombard you. I mean, as much as I'm like, oh, it snowed and I just want to paint like a nice snowy scene. I was like, no, let's keep it fall until Thanksgiving. And then I get snow all the way through April, so I can bombard you with all the snow scenes I want after that. But yeah, we're sticking with fall. So Rob, I hope that helped answer your question. I recommend any of these, like these ones that are in my, they've made it to the fishbowl for a reason, right? And this is the little fishbowl that I keep when I go downstairs and I need to bring pens and markers with me. Like these have made it in there for a reason. I use all of these. I love this silver from the Faber-Castell Metallics. Again, these are linked in the description of my sketchbook tour that I did yesterday, that I put out yesterday for Inktober. These are listed in there because they were amazing. I absolutely recommend those. So I hope that helped you. It's just a matter of, do you want shimmer? Do you want sparkle? If you want sparkle, go with the Wink of Stella Brush 2 brush pens. And if you want that like shimmery, I mean, if you don't mind putting it on with a brush, look at the shimmer. Now that those are dry, look how much I don't know. I just ordered the Schmincke ones last night, and I think they're going to have a run for their money. Like, we're going to be comparing those as soon as they come in, because dollar to dollar, I don't know. I can't say this is going to be. It would be. These are less expensive. If they shimmer just as much, I don't see how I could recommend one. You know what I mean? The other over that. But so we'll see. That's coming. All right. Let me come back and join you guys. Hi. I hope you really enjoyed that. I love the way that came out. And that was just a quick illustration that I did earlier today. But I think I might do some more like this. I had fun with that. And again, you just start with a circle. I put in an element and then it just kept adding and building from there. So, okay. Oh, have a great rest of your day, Dylan. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you are here still with me, thank you so much for hanging out. I love spending time with you guys. Every Thursday, 3 p.m., you can join me right here. I should say most Thursdays. Most Thursdays. Rarely I have to take a day off, but most Thursdays. So those, look at how well those, I loved that the brush pens, watercolor brush pens, dual tip by Ohuhu. I love them. Loved them. Absolutely recommend. After all, I used them during Inktober and today. Yes, I absolutely would recommend them. I have a couple other brush pens that I have to go through and try and to review. So I'll try to do those soon. So especially like if you're kind of on the fence or like gift ideas for Christmas or something like that. So I'll try to get those out to you in a timely fashion. Other than that, thank you. Huge thank you to Tara Giblin Art and Art of Joseph Fincham, my moderators. Both their channels are linked in the description. Joseph goes live, if you're not familiar with Joseph's channel, he's live every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And I mod over there, so we get to hang out in the chat. So join us over there on Monday. I hope to see you over there one of these days soon. Tara has a channel. She doesn't live stream, but she does have a channel. She puts out videos. She's been working on some new content, so check out her channel. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you all enjoyed this. Please do hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. It helps us. Subscribe. We are so close to our goal of our first 1,000 subscribers. You can help make that happen. So thank you, and huge thank you to my patrons and my members. Big shout out to Rob Younts for gifting memberships today for superfans. If you got one of those 1 month superfan memberships, I look forward to seeing you in the chat. We're gonna have new emotes coming every week, all month long. Not only can you use those emotes during our live streams, you can use them when you're commenting on videos as well. So if you're a super fan, if you got one of those gifted memberships today, huge thank you, Rob, and check them out. We're gonna have new emotes every week. That is my goal. Okay, I'm gonna pop where that little hand down there is telling you if you're watching this on the replay. As soon as YouTube lets me, I'm gonna pop a new video up right there that you might like to watch next. But until next time, my friends, keep creating, and I will see you in a video real soon. Bye bye, guys.